Hey guys, welcome to a review and sort of tutorial about Action. So a bunch of my stuff is disabled, and to record gameplay and do other videos, you're gonna need a good recorder. So on here, Action supports all kinds of things, and it's honestly one of the best recorders out there. You can use other recorders as well, but I'm just gonna say in general, if you guys want to do videos, you need a good recorder. Like a lot of these people on Roblox, for instance, they're like, oh, I'm going to make YouTube videos, and then they record with the Roblox Recorder, and it's kind of like the most boring thing to watch because they're spending 90% of their time in the video typing and like watching them type instead of actually like doing their gameplay and such, you know, which is fine, but like who's going to watch it, for instance. But and also the Roblox Recorder is complete trash. It's only 480p quality. The frame rate is bad, and it's really bad performance. Like I don't get why it's so bad. The only advantage that the Roblox Recorder has is that it's low storage, but my God, it's terrible. And it doesn't support audio or anything like that. I mean, I understand it's like a basic thing to get gameplay clips out of there, but don't ever use it. So anyways. So Action allows application desktop recording. They also allow like MP4 format as well. With what's nice about the AVI format is that you can export directly to YouTube from Action, so you render out the video. So if you do have a graphics card, which you should have, you can use your graphics card to render that video much faster, and then you can upload directly to YouTube. A lot of people, some of my fans have been complaining that Action like loads too slow, or like they try to upload something, it takes hours. Just lower your quality to like 720p or something, or lower your frame rate, because your internet is not going to be able to handle to upload the video. Because when you record an AVI, it's not really compressed at all. You can get like compressors such as Handbrake, or just record an MP4 because that is compressed, but then you'll have to upload through YouTube, which I'll show you how to do that and such. So anyways, so for video size, you know, that's all kind of dependent on your monitor. They got original, you got 720p. A lot of YouTubers, they do 720p or 1080p at 30 FPS. Video frame rate is basically how fast the video refreshes. So like if I do 60 frames per second, the video is going to be a lot more smooth than 30 frames per second. I don't recommend anything lower than 30 frames per second, and if you're going to go 60 or 30, I wouldn't do anything in between. Otherwise, it would I don't know, but it may not support YouTube very well, but we'll see what happens. I think it does anything though, but I just recommend 30 or 60. If you do 20, the video's going to look choppy or even lower. It all depends on how well the game runs too. So I record in 60 FPS all the time, but the thing is sometimes my game might run at like 40 or 50 because I can't get up to the full potential of performance. So for duration, you can set how long you can record videos. I don't recommend messing around with that because you can just stop the video by pressing a key. That's what I always do. Perfect video match mode, only use that if you're recording with this custom thing. Like if you're like capturing a movie or something, you can use this. I recommend enabling that if you are using the custom recorder. Record system sounds, of course. So like if I was to like make this beep right here, then you would hear that. Record system sounds. Allow multi-directional audio recording. I recommend you turn that on. What's cool about multi-directional channel audio recording is that, let's say an explosion happens to my right side on a game, then like people that are watching the video will also hear that on the right side of their headphones or like surround sound or something. But if you just have like standard speakers, it's hard to tell. But it does make it much more immersive. The disadvantage though is that maybe some people don't like directional sound, but it did fix an issue for me in a game where this guy was talking and my fans couldn't hear him. But as soon as I turned on multi-directional audio recording, he worked. I don't know why that is. Microphone, you can set it as push to talk, or do not record, or always record. Also, if you have a headset or like something with a mute button, then you can just use that instead of using Action. When you're recording and stuff, make sure all this is right. That way you don't mess up like I do, where I like sit there and record and forget my mic is turned off. I actually did do that just now when I tried recording this. Action also supports live stream. So you can set this up with YouTube and all that stuff, and for Twitch you need to use like a key or something. This is a lot more complicated. You can set your bit rate to how many megabits per second. Don't go over what your upload can handle. I'd leave like maybe 500 to 1 megabyte per second of room. That way, like, if somebody else wants to upload photos on your internet, then they can do that and it won't really crash you at all. So you got to be careful with it, and otherwise you will start dropping frames and losing quality if your internet can't handle it, and you're basically just overstressing yourself as well. And it also takes up more computer performance. This supports like YouTube, Twitch, and all other kinds of things as well, and it's completely free coming with Action. And this is Action full license, by the way. You can try it free for 30 days. I forgot to mention that in the beginning of the video, but sometimes it is on sale for like around Christmas and stuff. You can get it for like $20, and that's how much I got it for. So remote action, I don't really know too much about this, but you can like I guess you can use like other devices and you can turn them on remotely and record them from there remotely, which is pretty cool. Another reason why I want to get an Android phone, because my Windows phone doesn't support crap. Some of my fans do actually want me to play mobile games, but I don't know. Audio recording, output format, I wouldn't worry about this too much. Record silence, so if you guys, if your video goes silent all of a sudden, like if you're not talking or like no audio's playing in the game, basically if you uncheck this, it'll stop recording the audio, and then I think it re-records it. I would just leave this on though, and then you can edit this too. I don't think it changes here though, because I have it on record, but it says do not record here, but that's, I don't know. But benchmarking, so if you press F11 or whatever hotkey you have, you'll benchmark and it'll like test your frame rate and stuff, which is pretty cool. You got your screenshots, so you can set a hotkey for that, and you can also set the file format, which is nice. So I have some screenshots right there, so that's pretty nice. So you got your general settings here, so you can choose your language. I don't think I speak any other language besides English. So you can set up all of your settings here. You can check for updates. I leave that on, by the way. Please leave check for updates on. Run action on Windows Start. And you can do a bunch of other stuff too. So here is something very important. I don't know why this keeps switching back to normal. I want on high. I want the best quality, man. I'd leave multi-core recording on. That basically uses all of your CPU cores instead of just one. I don't know why you would use only one CPU core. Your video is probably going to be pretty bad. So make sure to leave that on. If you do have a weaker CPU, it might help to turn it off and lower the quality, but I don't know. It's based on your configuration, so I can't guarantee that this will be a quality product if your computer is bad or something, but again, there's always ways to work around that, unless if it's just like really bad. So overlay graphics is kind of cool. So like if you want to, like if you have your own company logo or something like that, like for example, if you want to put blah 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 gaming on the top of your video, or like an icon to know, so people know that's like your content and it's kind of copyright, then you can use overlay graphics, or you can use it for other stuff too. Like you can like put please sub or something, I don't even know. So webcam recording, pretty simple to set up. You can choose what device you're going to use, and your capture resolution, you can set the hertz for that as well, and you can set video size and also your positioning. So you can click this right here if you want to see where your webcam is at, and like test it out, and you can test your positioning and stuff. Very customizable, and you can also change your display format as well. So for audio settings, this is also very important. Before you start doing your own videos and making your own recordings, make sure your audio is perfect, because the first turnoff for a viewer is actually bad audio. So for example, if like somebody uses a laptop mic to record a video, I'm sorry if I'm using like a lot of people use laptop mics, and it's super annoying because you can pick up everything that they're doing. And make sure you have a good microphone, guys, if you want to do gameplay recordings, or at least if you want to do commentary. Not all YouTubers have to do commentary, but I do recommend it. I do support it. You know, it's much better to watch a video commentate than it is to have like text and then you have to wait through all that stuff. If you are a fast typer of Notepad, it's not terrible, but still, I don't really prefer it. Your other people that will watch your video won't really prefer it either. If it is a good, nice, solid tutorial and you know what you're talking about, it doesn't really matter if there is commentary. But again, make sure that's right. Anyways, enough ranting on. So you can select your audio device. I would just leave it on system default. It'll probably auto-detect it just fine. You can also have an option to record microphone into separate audio track. This is super useful if you're editing audio and such. So let's say if you like make a montage, you can edit the audio. But since I upload just raw, I leave this off. And you can also adjust how loud it gets with your microphone as such. So when you start recording, just play your videos through here and then test how good they sound. You can do different balances and such. Usually games are much louder than my microphone, so my microphone turned up a bit. Again, you also have to take into consideration, even though your videos sound fine to you, for mobile devices, their speakers sometimes suck. iPhones, but you can make sure that your fans and all that stuff can hear it properly. Because if your video is quiet, and especially if they turn their volume all the way up, or if you have like a loud noise, it's really terrible. You don't want to like blow out people's ears and stuff. So make sure your audio is all set and done. And you may have to adjust it for like certain games and such, but you can usually do that through Windows or the applications. So this is kind of important right here, is that you can adjust where your HUD starts. So I have it start right here, but you can press a certain hotkey. I think it's S7 to change it around. I guess you can also change hotkeys, but I'll get over to that soon. You can hide during display. Do not record HUD in games and applications. I recommend this. That way you don't have the FPS counter and timer on the video itself. So like people won't see that. So that's up to you, but I do prefer that. So here is also pretty important as well. So when you're especially using AVI format, you want to select what rendering thing you're going to use. You want to put it on your graphics card. So if you have AMD, it's like AMD accelerated graphics or something. For NVIDIA, it's NVIDIA codec. So if I try to use this through Intel, it would take me like 2 hours to render. If I use this through my NVIDIA graphics card, it takes about like 10 to 20 minutes. So rendering is extremely intensive on your CPU and also your GPU and also your hard drive, and it also takes up a bit of RAM too. Again, so if you have a bad computer, really bad cooling, and if it starts overheating and shutting off, that's because it takes a lot of performance. I usually eat up 50 to 100% CPU depending on like how intensive that video is to render it out at full speed at least. And my disk is always at 100% usage, and it uses about like 20 to 50% GPU. So again, if you're trying to play games while you're rendering, it's not going to run so well. So again, if you want to like have your videos upload in the background, I recommend MP4. Otherwise, you're going to have to render them and then upload them on top of that. People always assume that like every time we record a video, the video is going to be up on YouTube like instantly. It doesn't work like that, people. You have to render the video or upload it or do both. I do both. It does, and usually it takes me a couple hours to a couple days to upload each video, depending on like how many videos I have already and all these other factors. Again, this uploading uses your internet as well, so you can determine your like upload speed through like speed test or something. My internet is 4 megabytes per second upload. I wish I had more because it sucks, but so export mouse click visualization. So if you're clicking around your screen, it'll visualize the mouse. I don't see it working for me because I don't think I have it enabled somewhere, but I don't know. Export mouse cursor. That's up to you if you want to show your mouse. I do recommend it though. So like if you're like playing games or like doing what I'm doing, then you probably want them to see your mouse. Automatically split files into parts. I turn this off, please, because otherwise your videos are going to get split into different parts, and it's really annoying. Unless if you like create like unless if you like recording like huge videos at once and then uploading one at a time. But honestly, I don't really recommend that, just because like big videos are really hard to render and upload, and if your internet goes down, then you have to re-upload it. That's only with AVI though. And then you can also choose to where to export as well, so make sure you set that up as well. So this is where you can set up all your hotkeys. You simply click it and you change it, I believe. So if I was to do this, press F7, then it changes. So again, this is really useful. Make sure to set this up. So if I want to record, I just put my hand to the right of my keyboard and press the plus button on my numpad. Nothing else uses that, so it's nice and easy. Just click, recording, and also if I want to pause, I just press the minus, pause it, and then if I want to end the recording, press the plus again. Makes it really easy. I can do it in like less than a second, and it doesn't have any interference or anything like that with what I'm doing. So it is really nice. It probably does take a little bit of a while to get used to, so you may make some mistakes, but I don't really recommend the default stuff just because it may not be for you. But anyways, guys, that pretty much sums up the review about Action. I do recommend this recorder. Also, I heard some good recorders out there are OBS. That's pretty much, it's much more complicated to use, and it's better for streaming, and it doesn't run well for a lot of people. But again, you can customize OBS in so many different ways. So there probably is like certain setups you can do and configurations to make it run well. But enough about OBS because I'm not doing a review about OBS. But you can also try out Shadowplay, which is NVIDIA exclusive. So if you have an NVIDIA graphics card, you can try Shadowplay on their NVIDIA GeForce thing. I heard that was really good, and it's nice and simple to use, and it captures like gameplay moments and stuff. AMD also has their own recorder, especially on the Raptor app. Raptor is kind of though. I don't really care for it, but what else out there? I talked about Fraps. There's always Bandicam, but Bandicam, it's $40 and it doesn't have very good performance. I didn't like it. What else out there? There's a bunch of other recorders out there too, and you guys can post your comments about those recorders if you want down below, and just help each other out and stuff like that. But I think that'll be pretty much it for this Action. Let me know what you guys think. You could try it free for 30 days. The only thing about the free trial is that you will get a watermark on top of your video and you can't claim monetization. But that'll be pretty much it. I'll see you guys later, and thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think about Action, and I'll try to leave a link down in the description below. And I'll see you guys later.